Now we will discuss an important aspect of visual representation through photography. Is it possible to be entirely objective, or when we are framing our photographs, does our subjectivity come in and influence the framing? What comes in the picture and what is excluded? Let's go over to Mr. Navroz Contractor as he talks to us about this and more.
You talked about as a photographer, as a photojournalist, who are we, what are we? Are we subjective or are we objective? Wanted to say here, and I want you to comment on it and explain your point of view, is that what I think the objectivity is in seeing things as they are, like trying to understand, like which you rightly said, try to find out what's happening around you, what is it, read it, analyze it, think about it. Now, when we go and get a picture, the way I see or what I select in my frame would be different from how you would get something out of the same space. So therein comes the subjectivity in terms of the framing or the selection of what gets included and what gets excluded from the visual representation of what is happening. But I think the objectivity is possible in the sense of being impersonal, of, like you said, being a witness, not being in the picture, being out of it, and trying to see what is really happening, and without manipulating or changing it, giving what is happening through the image, but through your eyes. I mean, I would like you to comment on it.
Yeah, see, the very fact that you and I go into a same situation, or three of us go into the same situation, and we come back with different images. So, however objective you may have looked and however objective you may have tried to be, finally what you're going to show the people is a subjective point of view.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Yes.
So, if, say for example, if you are showing a funeral, I'm talking about a sad thing, So, you can show people crying, you can show the burning of the body or the whole atmosphere as to what it looked like, or you can just show a close-up of a flower that represents that moment, But the choice you have made, and because you have made that choice, because the machine is in your hands, and because you have made that choice, that is why it is 100% subjective. So, when people go and take photographs and come back and say, okay, I just photographed whatever there was there, is not correct.
We selected.
Yes, you selected it.
We selected.
You selected it.
So what you're saying is to be more, so if you're selecting something, we should be conscious, and we should, that decision we're making is like what you appointed, is a conscious decision based on all our sadhana, our abhyas and our training of being there in that moment and knowing what to get and how to get it.
See, a photojournalist is a storyteller, Why is that saying that a photograph says 1,000 words in one image, Actually, you don't have to put a caption if you don't want to, and the photograph tells their own story, right? So, the power of a picture is so great. There was a incident when Pudovkin, the filmmaker, he went and he took a shot of Tolstoy writing. Tolstoy was writing. So, he said, can I take a picture, can I take a 5-minute movie of you? So, he said, yes, of course, they were all contemporaries, So, he took a picture and then he called him to the movie theatre and he showed it to him. So, he looked at it and he said, writing is dead, I have to do now something totally different. I have to make you see which you can't see. So, each art has got its own way of looking at things and all that. So, our representation of basically, I think that absolutely cutting it to bottom line, we are storytellers. I want you to tell a story about something, that you can look at a picture for a longer time and you can write about it, and not just say, oh, it's so beautiful and come away.
In this interaction, Mr. Navroz Contractor has shared his incisive and pointed observations on various aspects of photography and photojournalism. We have learnt once again that without doing our sadhana or practice, excellence cannot be achieved. And to do that, we need to do our abhyasa or training so that we are there, being in the present moment and being able to get the moment as it happens. We hope that you find these ideas useful and helpful, and you're going to try and integrate them into your own practice as a photographer and photojournalist.